Bottom and the other craftsmen hold a rehearsal in the woods. Robin overhears their clumsy performance and decides to have some fun. He transforms Bottom's head into that of an ass. When the others see him, they run off, and Robin chases after them. Bottom sings to show that he isn't afraid. Awakened by his song, Titania sees Bottom and falls in love. She lures him to her bower with promises of luxury. Are we all met?
Pat, pat, and here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage. This hawthorn brake, our tiring house, and we will do it in action, as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must kill himself with a sword. This the ladies will not abide. How answer you that?
Carlac up promise here. I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say, we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, that tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeared of the lion? I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there is not a more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through, saying thus, or to the same effect, ladies, or fair ladies. I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are. And there are indeed, let him name his name, and tell them plainly he is snug to join him.
Well, it shall be so, but there's 2 hard things. That is, to bring the moonlight into a chamber, for you know Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar, look in the almanac, find out moonshine, find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why then may you leave a casement of the great chamber window, where we play often, and the moon may shine in at the casements.
Ay, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern, and say he comes to disfigure or present the person of moonshine. Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What you say, Bottom?
Some man or other must present walls, and let him have some plaster or some loam, or some rough cast about him to signify wall. Or let him hold his fingers thus, and through the cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What a play toward! I'll be the auditor, and an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of Odious savour sweet.
Odors, odors.
Odor savours sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark a voice, stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Ay, marry, you must. You must understand he goes, but to see a noise that he heard and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily-white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky juvenile of eke most lovely dew, as true as horse that yet would never tire, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Nini's tomb.
Ninus' tomb, man? Why, you must not speak that yet, that you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your parts at once. Cue
fair, fair Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange! We are haunted! Pray, masters, fly, masters, help!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you around. Through a bog, through bush, through brack, through beer. Sometimes a horse I'll be, sometimes a hound, a hog, a headless beer, sometimes a fire, and neigh and bark and grunt and grow and burn like horse, hound, hog, beer, fire at every turn.
Why do they run away? This is knavery of them to make me afeard.
O bottom, thou art changed, what do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, bottom, bless thee! Thou art translated!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could, but I will not stir from this place. Do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing that they shall purr. I am not afraid.
The walls are cocked so black of hue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with lip so quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo grey, whose note full many a man doth mark, and dares not answer nay. For indeed who would set his wit to so foolish a bird, who would give a bird that lie, though he cry cuckoo never so?
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamoured by thy note, and so is my eye enthralled by thy shape, and thy fair virtue's voice perforce doth move me on thy first view to say, I swear I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that, and yet to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbors will not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither, but if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore, go with me. I'll give these fairies to tend on thee. They shall fetch thee jewels from the deep and sing while thou art on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so that thought shall like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, moat, and mustard seed.
Ready,
And I,
and I.
and I,
Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humblebees, and for night tapers crop their waxen thighs. To have my love to bed and to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
hail,
Hail.
hail.
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman.
Peas blossom.
I pray you commend to me Mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peastime, your father, good Master Peas Blossom. I shall desire you of more acquaintance too. Your name, I beseech you, sir.
Mustard seed.
Good Master Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. That same cowardly giant like ox beast hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred hath made my eyes water ere now. I desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue, bring him silently.